Hello everyone, welcome to the Student Association of Information Technology WC Sangli. This is the last session of the STL in which we are learning some problems on STL, possibly two problems. Problem one is on the vector and one is on the combined problem of the vector set and map. So if anyone have not watched the previous video yet, so do watch the STL in which covered up the topics are the algorithm, container and iterators. So let's start the session. So first problem is the we have given an unsorted array of integers. Find a number of subarray which adds to a given number. If there are more than one subarray with the sum as the given number, print any of them. So we have given an one unsorted array and one sum. We have to find the subarray having the sum as sum is equal to given sum. So suppose examples are, suppose inputted array as 1 4 23 10 and 5 and sum is 33. So we have just to return the index position the um from which to which the given subarray is found. So 23 and 10, so from the index position 2 to the index position 4, so sum is 33 found. So another 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 example is the 10 2 minus 2 minus 20 and 10, so sum is minus 10. It is found between the 0 to 3. So how will we do it? So idea behind it is, first we are going to create one hash map which is storing the key and value pair. That is, key is the prefix sum and value is its index, and a variable to store the current sum as sum. So we are creating one map having the key and value. Key as the current sum means prefix sum up to that position sum and the index of that position as the value, and we are storing it in the map. And we are going to traverse this array from the start to end. For every element we are going to update the sum with the sum plus arri. If sum equal to s, then we are just, after iteration, if sum is exactly equal to given sum, means current sum is equal to sum, then we are just returning the index position from the 0 to I. Another thing is that if there is an any key in the hash map which is equal to the sum minus s, sum minus given sum, then print that subarray with the sum is from the hash map of sum minus s to I, and uh, put after every iteration we are going to put this into the key value pair. So suppose example is 1 4 20 10 and 3 5, so and sum is 33. So first example, as mentioned earlier, so current sum is 0 initially, and we have to we have to current sum is 0 initially. So suppose if we are iterating from the index position 0, at index position 0 the current sum is 1 and index position is 0, and current sum minus sum is not found. Again, if we are iterate through it, let's first see the um, code of it. So code of it is, so we take the input n and array input and the sum, and we are creating one map having the integer types of key and value. So key is the current sum, so we initializing it to the 0 and one flag variable, and iterating through the all the array and adding the current sum arri to the current sum means sum up to that element. And if it is if given sum is equal to the current sum, then simply we are going to print the index position is from the 0 to I. So uh, uh, and and if current sum minus sum already exist in map, if this is not the case, and if current sum minus sum is already exist in the map, we have to found a subarray with target sum. Means if we pushing these values into the map, current sums value, and if current sum minus sum if we again found, and then we are going to print it from the current sum plus 1 to the I, and flag equal to 1 and breaking condition. If no, the no subarray with the given sum is exist, that one is the case. So finding the current sum minus sum is the case. So here we are going to explain it. So in this case, you may see that if at the position when we go to the index 4, and at that time current sum is 38, and up till now we are not finding the sum, and but at that position at 4, current sum minus sum is equal to the given sum. Means current sum minus sum is found in the map, it is at the index 1. So it is 5. 38 minus 33 is 5, found at index 1. So it is found at index 1. So sum is exist between from the map of 5. Map of 5 is 1 plus 1, means from the index position 2 to 4. So index position 2 to 4, 20 plus 10 plus 3 is 33. This is the case. So this is how we are going to solve this problem by using simple map. uh, this problem makes us easier. Alternative way is by without using STL. If we have to check for each and every subarray, is it equal to the sum or not, so it is very lengthy and complex. So this is the magic of the STL which makes the things easier. So this is it. Moving towards the next problem. So next problem is the we have so I am reading the problem first. Shapina has two sequence a1 a2 an and b1 b2 bn. She views two sequence with length n as identical if they are sorted in non-decreasing order. The ith element of one sequence is equal to the ith element of the other sequence for each I belongs to close interval 1 to n. To impress Shapina, Shape wants to make the sequence identical. He may perform the following operation 0 or more times. The operations are: choose two integers I and j between 1 to n and swap ai with bj. The cost of each such operation is minimum of ai and bj. You have to find the minimum total cost with which Shape can make the two sequence identical. This is the problem. So we have given the two sequence a1 a2 up to an and b1 b2 bn, and Shape wants to impress the Shapina in a such a way that it get he get she get impress if and only if we sorted both this array in non-decreasing, means increasing order, then each element should be equal to uh, element at the ith position of A is equal to the element at the ith position of the P. This is the problem. So if the input is given as some, like example are 2 and A have 1 1 and B have 2 2. So A have 1 1 and B have 2 2. So we have to swap the elements in a such a way that it element at ith position of A is equal to the element at the ith position of the B. So if we swap this 1 to this 2, so 2 2 and 1 1, after sorting it is get match. So this is that, and we have to find the minimum cost of all swapping such that cost is a minimum of ai and bj. In this case there is no need of swapping, just if we sort then we are going to get the uh, we are going to get the means Schepenagate impress. So here output is 0 and here output is 1. So idea to solve this problem is that if we are going to see that if two sequences are there, and if we wish to make a such thing, then we are in this we are going to use the STL uh, very what we can say that uh, very precisely. uh, we are taking two maps, one set and one vector. In the map we are going to we are going to store the frequency of each element of the we are taking the frequency of all elements of both the arrays. If the frequency of any element is odd, if it is odd means, suppose that if it is odd, then mm, if it is even only, then means if a has the if some element has a frequency odd, then it is not possible to swap, so we simply return the answer as -1. Else we are going to get the difference of the frequency of element and divide it by 2 and store it in a vector, and sort and then sort the vector and run till size by 2 and get the twice minimum value plus vector and add it to the overall sum. So first we will see it through the code, then we can understand it easily. So these are the two arrays we are getting. So we are taking two maps to count the frequency of each and every element. So we are taking the inputs and finding the minimum from the both the arrays. So finding the minimum is for that if we are wish to swap the elements from the vector we are finally pushing on it. So let's see it on later. So first we are counting the frequency of each and every element. If AI, so AI's frequency is counted, and we are going to insert these elements into the set. So set is used because set has the unique entry. So the common elements from the both these get vanished, only the single entry of each we are going to take it. So in map 1 we are taking the frequency of A, and in map 2 we are taking the frequency of B and finding the minimum from the both the arrays. So but after that we are iterating that set uh, uh, mm, from the very starting. So if we found that um, uh, set element in the any of the array, then we are taking it in A in case of map 1 and in taking it in the B in case of map 2. We are checking if the sum of these both means if particular element is present in A and B, the sum of the frequency of the element in A plus B is even or not. If it is odd, then there is no way to suppose if it is 3, then we cannot swap it, so it is never possible. So we are taking if it is even, then only we are taking. If it is odd, then we are going to the case 1. If it is case 1, then simply we are printing -1. If not so, means it is possible. It not so means it is even, then we are taking the absolute difference of this A minus a bb, means that much operation we need to perform, divided by 2. Means if we found the 2 in the case of 1 and 2, here the frequency of 1 is 2 in A, one of frequency of 1 is 2 in A, and frequency of 2 in B is also 2. So vector set will have the elements 1 and 2. So after pushing, after iterating through uh, set set, so set uh, one will one will have the frequency 2 plus 0, so it is even. So 2 minus 0 is 2 minus 0 is 2 minus 2 minus 0 is 2, so 2 by 2 is 1, so we are pushing 1 into the vector. So we can see it here. So a minus bb, so 2 minus 0 by 2 means 1, and pushing that element that much times means how much is the difference. So 1 is pushed by 1 times. If it has the frequency 4, so 4 minus, and a has frequency 4 and b has frequency 0, so 4 minus 0 is 4, and 4 by 2 is 2, so 1 will get pushed 2 times in the vector. So after that, if case not equal to 1, then we are going to sort the vector from start to end. And here we have very much important thing is to identify. We have to find the minimum cost. So minimum cost is when if we swap the element with the minimum element. So minimum element, there are some cases where we swap alternate times, means twice of minimum, means if we want to swap it with some alternate element and with alternative element and with means we are finding the minimum of this v1I and twice of minimum. So here it is sum. So that's it. That's how the HTL is helping us in the day-to-day life competitive programming. That's it. Thank you everyone for watching the video. Thank you.